Hello and welcome back to the sideboard here at Star City Games Edison in New Jersey, and I am here with Magic artist Steve Belledin. Steve, thank you so much for joining me in the sideboard.
It's great to be here.
You've done a lot of iconic pieces. One of them is in front of me here, Magister Sphinx. Very popular EDH card. You've got a lot of other work. You did an Evolving Wilds for me. Do you know about how many pieces you've done?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 110 or so.
Excellent. Well, you're at 3 digits, which means that you're pretty high up there. So.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of your other pieces that people might recognize in front of me. I got Putrefax here, Crimson Muckwader, and in Gatecrash, you sort of tempered the numbers a little bit, but you do have a couple pieces.
Yeah, I was moving from Boston to New Jersey at the time, so I couldn't take as much work as I wanted.
So you did Syndicate Enforcer, or Syndic Enforcer? I don't know which one it is. I think it is Syndicate Enforcer. Yeah. I get that guy confused with Syndic of Tithes, which is another card in the set.
Gotcha.
And you also did the box promo Night Veil Spectre.
That's correct.
Now, something I've actually talked about with other artists is they like getting promo cards because there's sort of a different release, and they feel a little bit more special. Do you have any particular opinions on that? Or?
You know, I'm completely indifferent to it. Like, I kind of like having the artist proofs, so anytime it's a promo, you don't get one of those, which kind of stinks. So I have to, actually go out and put down copies of the card.
Buy or trade for them.
Yeah, I know.
That's a little annoying.
Oh no, I have to buy something.
Right, trade for your own product.
But it's kind of cool though, because the promos are always foils, so there's something very special about them. Yeah. But in general, I kind of I feel like the regular version of something tends to see more play. Sure. So I don't know, I kind of dig that aspect of things.
Fair enough. Yeah, so getting to be on camera on things like Star City Games Live would be a little bit of a plus. Yeah. What was the first piece that you ever did for Wizards of the Coast Magic?
Yeah, the first, I think there were two, and they were for Cold Snap. One was something called Phobia and Phantasm, and the other one was called Hibernation's End.
Hibernation's End, the Polar Bear enchantment. Yeah, I like that one.
Thanks.
So, I mean, I like them all, but how would you describe your style, do you think?
Wow, that's a hard one. I don't know. A lot of the stuff I do really isn't particularly thought out. I mean, especially once you get past the main subject of a thing, and I shoot a lot from the hip, as it were, and so I'm completely a gut painter for the most part, and my sketches to what my finishes look like can be pretty drastically different.
Yeah, I noticed on Syndicate Syndicate Enforcer, there's a guy dying in the background. Was he originally in the plan, or was that a spur of the moment?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely in the card description as well as the sketch. Looked significantly different in the sketch, but his placement's about the same. But
Now, how did you get involved with being an artist for Magic?
Well, I've been doing work for Dungeons and Dragons for, I don't know, like 3 years or 2 or 3 years. I got in right when they switched to edition 3.5, and I did a bunch of books for them. And I just happened to be in Seattle in, I think it was 2005, if I recall. And I took all my art directors that I'd worked for D&D out to lunch, and I was like, well, while I'm here, let's see if I can get my foot in the door. And I interviewed with the art director, who then was, I think, Jeremy Cranford. Right. And he was, did a complete, portfolio review, the interview, the whole 9 yards. It was scary as all get out. But then he picked me up, a couple months later for Cold Snap.
Excellent. Yeah, it seems to have all worked out okay.
Surprisingly, yeah.
So you've also done some, as you mentioned, you work for D&D as well. What other, where else can people see your work outside of Magic the Gathering?
Right now, Magic is my primary client. I don't do D&D anymore.
I've seen your work on a couple of World of Warcraft cards.
Yeah, I haven't done WoW in a long time. I'm starting to get out there in more mainstream venues. Like, I've done the covers and some interior art for a book series called Badass, and that's been really great. I just did a comic cover for the first time about a year ago, and I'm starting to get album covers and weird whatnot. So it's I'm sort of spreading out.
It's fantastic. Yeah, and this is your first Star City event.
That's correct.
Because you're this is probably the closest we've been to you, because you're in northern Jersey now.
Yeah. That's correct.
And hopefully we'll be able to see you at other events, especially since we're coming back to New Jersey so often.
Cool.
So that'd be great. Where else? Tell the people at home if they want to buy your work, if they want to get cards, pieces, or original artwork. Where can they find it?
Just go to my website, StephenBelledin.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. And this has been a great experience. I'm so happy that I got the interview.